Hey crew, long time no see. Uh, and sorry about that, but as I explained earlier, uh, it's been that kind of year, just all of a sudden like. But I don't want to. I don't want to wind up sounding mopey or anything, and I needed to get back on the horse. So, I'm gonna shoot a short one today. As I record this, it is about 6 p.m. on December 31st of 2023. About 6 more hours of this nonsense. And then this foolishment be done. See how 24 reacts, hopefully, with a little more respect. Uh, and I've been wondering what I was going to do to try to get back on the aforementioned horse because I this, most of the time I'm making this stuff up on the fly. So uh, I got into a discussion the other day. I got into a game, an online game, Star Trek Paradise Station. I'll include a link. Bear is running a very interesting little story. He asked me to be part of it after our mutual friend Doug passed away. And, I came up with this character as kind of a way to honor Doug and to try to figure out, you know, you know, I, the character is Dr. Mitchell Spain. He is ex-Starfleet. The campaign is set in 2380. 23, maybe right on 2380. Anyway, most of the crew is wearing the lower decks uniforms. Well, Mitch is a civilian, and I was trying to figure out, would he wear his old? He served in the Dominion War. Would he wear his old Starfleet Dominion War com badge, or to honor his friend whose place he is taking, would he wear a Klingon insignia? Because he, got into this because he is replacing Doug's character, who is going to be a Klingon doctor, of all things. And Bear himself came back with this, big old surprise. Like, Bear, have I not told you about my badge collection? All my insignia? And it occurred to me, it's game adjacent, it's Star Trek adjacent, because they're all Star Trek badges. So I thought, I'm going to show off some of my badges and stuff. So having fiddled around with digging through some of my old tech stuff that has been sitting in box, I discovered I have more gizmos. So now I have Dice Cam, which will be great when I get back into the actual play. We can all witness the dice rolls together, but today is not that day. It will be coming, but today is not that day. Today it's also become Badge Cam. So, without any further ado, we'll just start. Here are the choices that we had for Mitch. There is the Klingon emblem, and there is the Voyager Deep Space Nine Starfleet in the Dominion War com badge. And both of these are from FanSets. They're both magnetic, because I don't like poking holes in things, usually. I do have a couple of insignia that are pins, but I gave them to my son, who is autistic and fidgets with things and loses magnets. Ask me how I know. But these were the choices I had to put forth for the character of Mitchell Spain. I'm learning new things about my software, and I think I don't know if I've messed anything up or not, but you know, I'm not going to worry about it. But so those are the choices there. If you are on the fence about the FanSets badges, they're beautiful. They are very high quality pieces of workmanship. I can't recommend them highly enough. One of my favorite things from Picard Season 1 was the Visitor Badge at Starfleet Headquarters. So I had to have one. Now, my son, Sam, he plays a Lower Decks character in some of his cosplay. And I wanted to get him some pips, and the magnetic pip that I had gotten him. I can wear magnetic pips on my uniform, and I'm not worried about it. But he does this number. And yeah, I found the pip. I never did find the backing, magnetic back. So I got him. Now, FanSets recently started putting out a set of pips. And here are the magnetic as a. Yeah, these are magnetic. I got these off of Etsy. I'll include a link to the shop where I got these. I'll include a link to FanSets. But it comes with the set from FanSets comes with 4 pips and a half pip, so you can do anything from ensign up to captain, including Lieutenant JG and such. I've already put these on as. Whoops! There we go. Keep forgetting this new layout. I'm still unfamiliar, but the one of the pips and the half pip is sitting on my son's lower deck science uniform. He got promoted recently, just like most of the other lower deckers. But these are magnetic, and they are pretty strong magnets. I don't actually worry about them. Both of them are on spacer strips to help you get the proper alignment and spacing, so that's nice. The one thing about the FanSet pips as opposed to the ones off of Etsy is the FanSet pips come with they're not very secure. The backs on the pins are not terribly secure, so you're going to want to go onto Amazon or heck, I think FanSets may sell a set of locking backs, but they make locking backs that make it much more difficult to knock the pip off of your collar, which is, one of the reasons I got these locking backs is because of Sam's costume. Now, there is the original Lower Decks badge. This one's magnetic, but they do make a pin version of all their badges, and which is a good thing because again, Sam would knock it off if we aren't real careful. So I got his pin. I got him a pin one, and it's pinned to his uniform. They did the recent crossover with Strange New Worlds, and there are some minor differences between the version based on the animated show and the one on the live-action show. The big, heavy black border makes it a little bit larger, and it stands out a little more, which is something they do on all the Strange New World badges. But not a badge per se, but they did. This is actually not FanSets. This is Quantum Mechanics QMX, and that was done for the 50th anniversary. Obviously, that's the big 5-0 on the badge. Speaking of animated shows, by the way, the Prodigy badge, product placement, don't have the proper uniform for that one yet, but, you know, cosplay is an expensive hobby sometimes. It's from the first couple of seasons of Picard. This is actually from All Good Things, but they're also wearing it in Prodigy, so it's mainline canon now, not just alternate universe canon. And also my actual play is in the 32nd century on, you know, from Discovery. This is the 32nd century Tricom badge. Technology is wonderful in the 32nd century. You've got a communicator on your badge, you got a tricorder on your badge, you got a transporter beacon on your badge. Speaking of disco, now we're getting into most of the badges I'm going to be showing you now are QMX and not FanSets. And not everybody is a fan of the badges from disco. But I kind of like them. I also kind of like the fact that you can't really tell it here in this video because I don't do any real color grading or anything, but gold, silver, and bronze. Olympic medals. They also, on Discovery, gave medical their own badge when they were in the 23rd century. And I kind of love it and I kind of hate it. It's one of those things that I'm not sure how I should feel about that. Another thing they did, this is the only one, of all the badges I'm showing you right now, this is the only one that is not QMX. This is FanSets, because I could never get the QMX Section 31 badge. And I know a lot of you hate that idea, but I thought it was kind of cool looking. I've got an extra lower decks badge over here that I might break out a can of spray paint for and turn it into their equivalent of the Section 31 badge, but alright, and last but by no means least, I've been working up to this. One of the great things Discovery did was they brought in the Enterprise under Captain Pike, and QMX finally got out their set of the Enterprise Deltas. FanSets did a command version of the Enterprise from the, or as they call it, as I call it sometimes, the Disco Prize. They did their version. It's currently sitting on one of my uniforms in the other room, and I don't feel like going and pulling it off and showing it off. But they also presupposed a medical badge for the Enterprise with a red cross instead of the black one. The FanSets has got a set of command, science, and engineering badges for Strange New Worlds, which I haven't gotten yet. But the primary difference is the edging on the Strange New Worlds is black instead of silver. Someday. It is not an inexpensive hobby. One of these days I'll get an Admiral Kirk uniform from the motion picture. I'll be able to wear that. But this is FanSets, and the pièce de résistance of my FanSets badges is this little guy right here. And I will be getting a Monster Marine, and maybe a Strange New Worlds version, and maybe something somebody cooks up with it. My ambition has never been the Admiralty. I'm just fine being a captain. That I also got from FanSets. It also comes only in pin, and you'll want to get the locking backs for it as well. But the only other thing I've got, and I can't fit it under Dice Cam over here because it's kind of big, but I managed to get the limited edition set of Starfleet Remembrance Day memorial pins. There's a dozen ships in here. It's got the Discovery, the Gallant, the... can't read them very well. Let's just see if I can get better lighting here. Palenque, Antares, Farragut, the Congo, the Angelou, the SS Puget Sound, which was, excuse me, Laan Noonien Singh's Laan's ship when she was a child, the Excalibur, the Shenzhou, the Yangtze, and the Cuyahoga. Hope I said that right. But there's those. They're very pretty. They're hard to come by now. I lucked into them and got a real good deal on it, or I wouldn't have them because they were asking a lot of money. A lot of money. Anyway, I'll probably be recording something again tomorrow because I'm off from my day job. But that's all I've got going right now, guys. I just wanted to get one last thing out there and like I said, get back on the horse. I had to get back on the horse at some point, or I never would. So, if you enjoyed it, please hit like. If you haven't already, appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Thank you so much for coming by and sticking with me as I start rebuilding this thing this past few months. And Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you have a great great 2024, and I hope to see you a lot during 2024. Live long and prosper, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.